Welcome to your gentle yoga online this wonderful December day. Staying warm at home. Maybe you have a chair nearby for those options that I'm going to show for our chair folks. Or if you wanted to just try it with a chair, it certainly can help your practice and your form if that's something you're working on. So we could be standing, we could be seated on our chair. I'll show a lot of our chair stuff today, All right, so if you are using your chair, we'll scoot right to the edge of our chair today. Whichever choice we make, our feet are grounding us. Our big toes, our pinky toes, our heels. Feel them press down. Notice that connection. Feel a strong core. And let's set ourselves up in our mountain, either standing or seated. Maybe you close your eyes and let go of any lists that you have today. They'll still be there when this class is done, so there's no need to think about them. Our jaw softens, our shoulders rest down from our ears, and all we need to do in this moment is breathe. Breathe in warmth, breathe in kindness, breathe out tension and darkness. Fill yourself up and let go of things you don't need today. All right, let's add on our flowing mountain. You could do 2 arms at the same time, or if it felt better for you, 1 arm bent at a time. It's totally up to you. Our goal here is to match our movement to our own breath. Feel ourselves pressing down into the earth whilst we reach up, even if we're on our chair. Let's do 1 more of these and we'll flow that one into a flowing chair. So inhale, reach up, exhale, sit your hips back into your chair or stay on your chair with me. Inhale, sweep up, legs straighten if we're standing. Exhale, sit back into your chair. Keep on going. We could have hands to heart. Closing our eyes as much as we can. Few more. If it feels helpful, what if we were to add on here a flowing half fold? We go halfway down, all the way back up. Or we're on our lovely chair, diving forward, pressing into the feet, coming up. Both of these movements have our hinge happening at our hips. Fantastic. You can stay with that half fold or turn it into a full flowing forward fold. So all the way up, all the way down. If you're on your chair though, you might like to put a little bit more space between the legs so that you can drop down a little bit further. Or you've got your block. Move slow. We'll settle into a full forward fold. We could rest our belly on our legs, let our head hang down maybe. Totally up to you. Halfway lift, hands to our shins or our block. We come up and then forward fold, exhale. We've got a few of these. Last one. And then you'll be coming right down to all fours, or you'll stay on your chair. So making your way down to all fours or staying on your chair, I will show the all fours option here just in a second. Showing the chair option first today. Chair cat pose, tucking our tail, rounding out our back. And then chair cow, we draw those elbows back, open the chest. All on your own. If you're on all fours, very similar movement through our spine, rounding and opening. Just untangling ourselves, right? Maybe we're feeling tangled up like our Christmas lights. Let's untangle ourselves together with our yoga practice each week. One more cat, one more cow. And then you'll head into a child's pose. If you're on your chair, you would rest your chest on your belly. Rest your chest on your legs. Taking some deep breaths here, my friends. It's so great that you were able to carve out some time for yourself today. It's so important to our health. Let's find our way back to all fours or a seated position for our spinal balance. We'll reach one arm forward, the opposite foot back on a breath in. Then we come back to all fours and go through the other side. Keep on moving. If that felt yucky today, we could keep the hand and the foot on the floor. And if you were on your chair for this one, a marching soldier would feel helpful. Strengthening up our knees. Got one or two more. No rush. And then we'll go back to all fours or child's pose or a fold if we're on our chair. Fantastic. From wherever we are, we'll make our way to all fours position again, or seated on our chair. From here, if we're on all fours, bring your right foot forward and we'll move into a lunge. If you're on your chair, you've got one foot forward, other foot back. Maybe that block is there just like we do in class. Arm on right knee or whatever leg is forward, a gentle twist towards that knee. Fabulous. We'll simply switch and do the other side. So you can use your block to bring the earth up a little closer, or you're using your chair for the same thing. Other foot comes forward and we shift. Hip flexors coming forward for a little stretch here. And only if it feels nice for our back do we add on our twist. Wonderful. Finding some stability and making our way to all fours. So you might slide this foot in, strong through this front leg as it's our anchor. We tuck, lift that knee, push to a forward fold. You might grab that block if you want to. Let's take a little rock and then we'll go through it. I'd say mostly everyone's favorite here, our bear flow. Halfway lift, long, strong spine. Bear pose, exhale. Great job. Albatross, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Let's do it again. Halfway lift, inhale. Bear pose, exhale. Albatross, inhale. Forward fold, breathing out. One more time. Half lift, inhale. Bear pose, exhale. Albatross. And our fold, breathe out. Now we're adding on that little change. Halfway lift, chair pose, exhale. I want you to stay in our chair here, alternating heel lifts. How are the toes feeling? Get a little stretch in there, little mobility. Also the ankles, strengthening the knees. All the way up, we'll clasp our elbows or our hands and take a little tip over to our left. Let's get nice and long again. Other side. We'll get long again, back bend or some chest expansion. Let's reach up and breathe in, hands to heart, breathe out. We'll be stepping to the length of our mat now to move through our moonflowers and sunflowers. So just find yourself along the long edge of your mat, however that means, whatever that works for you. Lots of space between our feet. And our moonflowers. Inhale up, exhale, bend our elbows, bend our knees. Slow and smooth. Moving slow, moving smoothly, becomes moving smoothly, becomes moving with strength. Adding on a sunflower if you want to. I'm going to head to the chair for that one. Reach up, dive forward. Press into feet. A few more. Moving through, appreciating all of the mobility we have with today's body. Last one. Let's stand tall. And a little change today, helping us. I hope that you don't have to do your own shoveling, but just in case you do, or you know someone that needs some core work, this is called, well, we'll call it our shoveling flow, but it's a wood chopper. So our feet are still probably almost as wide as our mat, maybe slightly narrower than our mat, on the short edge, of course. So let's grab our shovel or whatever we're using. You could be your Charlie's Angels hands too, right? All right, so shoulders down from ears. Let's cinch up our core. Keep our hips forward. Let's just do a little twist over. Bring it back. Other side. Just feel the mobility we have in our ribs. Other side. Bring it back. Now we bend the knees, hinge. Keep our gaze slightly forward, reach back. Press into our feet as we reach our arms either just to chest height or all the way up. And then we do it again. Arms are long, knees bend, hinge at our hips. Then when we're lifting up, especially if we're lifting up a shovel, right, we're using our legs, lifting up. You can go a little faster if you want to. Exhale down, inhale up. Fantastic. One more. Okay, this is our last one. Stand tall, hands to heart. One more little practice of a pivot. When we are turning or twisting to our side, when we're shoveling, we would want to like lift our heel. So let's have right hand, right leg, pivot, and reach. And the other side. Great, you could turn it into more of like a bit of a workout here. We're stretching our toes, reaching. Lovely. All right, Denise, it's not a workout class, it's gentle yoga. Have a quick little drink and then we'll get into our workout. I mean, our yoga. Workout is next. I bookended my yoga classes with workouts on either end. So if you've never tried strength with bands, you could zoom in at 12. All right, let's do it. Our bear flow begins our main meat of our practice. On or off our chair, I'll show those two options. Let's breathe in and reach up to the sun. Clasp our hands or our elbows. We'll tip over to our left. Exhale. Get long again. Other side. Nice and long. Back bend or chest opener. Reach up. Breathe in. Forward fold. Breathe out. Here's where we add those twists. I realize we didn't really go over those, but most of you that are online have been with me for a while, and you know that you bend one knee, reach the opposite arm up, or put it really gently on the low back and open up the shoulder. Last one, we'll meet in our fold. Half lift, let's breathe in. Bear pose, breathe out. Our core is strong. Albatross, reaching out. Forward fold, breathing out. Halfway lift. Chair pose. And all the way up. We'll go over to our right this time. Exhale. We'll get long again. Other side. We'll get long. Back bend or chest expansion. Reach up, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Maybe you're enjoying your practice on your chair today. Let's add our twists. Reaching one arm up or on our low back, and then the other arm. Both of our feet stay on the floor. Last one. Forward fold. And let's flow. Half lift, inhale. Bear pose, exhale, nice and strong. Albatross, feel your 2 feet support you. Fold, breathe out. Halfway lift. Chair pose, we start to lift up that heart all the way up. Inhale. One more time through, let's go to the left. Get long. Other side. Get long and strong. Back bend or chest opener. Great job. Reach up, breathe in, forward fold, breathe out. Add your twists on, just showing another option of how to use our chair. We'll be meeting in our forward fold or holding our chair. Half lift, inhale, bear pose, exhale. Albatross or half with the support of our chair. Forward fold, breathe out. Half lift, let's breathe in again. Chair pose, breathe out, all the way up. Let's bring our hands back behind us this time, everybody, for some chest expansion. Maybe you're clasping, maybe the wrists or forearms, perhaps it's a reach or it's a chair hold. Breathe. If you'd like to forward fold, now is your chance, or stay up. There's no right or wrong. We'll release those hands, come a half lift if we're there. Hold, breathe out, and then all the way up. Hands are coming to our heart. And we're getting ready for the strength portion of our class. Adjust your clothing and we will get settled. I promise to wear brighter pants next week so I don't blend in with the mat. Or I'll use my purple mat. All right, strength poses, as well as our wood chopper with a side stretch and some core, sneaky core at the end of class today. With or without your chair, if you're using your chair, it's going to be on the right side of your mat. Our right foot's going to go forward, our left foot back, heel down, and we windwheeled ourselves into our warrior 2. Right foot forward, left foot back. So our front knee is bending. We're pressing into our 2 feet. Breathe. Your chair could be under your glute. From here, turning our front palm up, reverse warrior, reaching that front arm up or holding our head here as a gentler option. Moving into our triangle. So we straighten out that right leg, open up our hug arms, front hand goes forward and then down. So chair option would be somewhere around here, or our blocks under our front hand, top hands tucked back for a gentler option. Could check in with how your neck's feeling, checking in with that bottom foot, making sure our knee isn't being pressed on. Or we could look forward or up. Strong in this side body here, this top side. We're going to use that top side to help pull us up. Turn both of our toes towards the long edge of our mat and make our way into a wide leg fold, 1 or 2 blocks underneath our hands or hands to the floor. Totally up to you. We'll tick-tock our feet in. So toes turn in, there's 1 tick, then the heels turn in, there's a talk. Maybe you do 1 more tick-tock, but we might wind up bending our knees in that wide squat position and bring our hands forward. Let's stay here. This is our sneaky little core and shoveling work. Now we'll straighten out, reach up, and bring our hands to our heart. Let's do the same sequence on the other side. So if you're using your chair, it's going to move to the other side of your mat. Sorry, Shansky. And now your left foot's going forward, right foot back, or whatever foot you didn't use. You're going to windmill that hand out, and we find our way into our warrior 2. Settle into your legs. Take a seat on your chair. Let's notice where we feel the most strong today. Are we able to find that big, long, strong breath? Filling both of our lungs. Reverse warrior, turning our front palm up and then reaching it up or holding our head. Whatever works. We could be on our chair here or not. Shining our ribs. Moving from our reverse warrior into our triangle. So you'll come up off your chair if you're using it, straighten out your front leg, hug arms, front arm forward, down to a block, or shorten up that stance and have yourself with the support of your chair. Breathe, feel, connect. Moving into that fold, a wide leg again. So toes turn towards the long edge. We hinge down with 1 or 2 blocks. With your option today, if you want to go a little deeper, but that depends on how your back is feeling. Does it feel okay here? And even for the blood pressure. If not, let's keep that head up above our heart. Notice your strong core. If you're fully folded, come back halfway up. Let's tick-tock our heels and toes in. Bend the knees, find ourselves in our wood chopper or our shoveling stance. I mean, I don't know how you shovel, but this is just a way to strengthen our legs and practice. When we're lifting, it's not just arms, okay? It's all those legs. Use your legs and come up. Let's do it again. Reach back, press into 2 feet, use the core, come up. Last one, hands to heart. All right, so we have a balance pose today. It's a standing back stretch. And then we're heading down onto the mat. So grab a quick drink and I'll show you both of those lovely options, standing and seated. So if you were using your chair, there's a few different ways you could use it. Let's start with it on our left side if we're going to use it just kind of for ourselves to hold on to, or even just our fingertip or fingernail on it. Weight into our left foot. We're bringing our knee towards our belly like we do on our back. Or there's a block. Or guess what? This is really nice to do on your chair too. You might even find more, I don't want to say benefits, but you don't have to worry so much about balancing. And you can focus on this kind of stretch here. Or you could be standing on that left foot. And let's release. And we'll do the other side. So maybe you're using it just for balance. Maybe not. We bring that knee in. So we've got, as we pull it in, we feel this stretch, right? All the way up. If you're not standing, maybe you bring your knee towards your nose. It's okay if it doesn't want to get there today, right? We're not trying to cram ourselves into uncomfortable shapes, maybe a bit of resistance, nothing that steals our joy. All right. Okay, everybody, let's slowly make our way down to a seated position. You might use your chair to help you out. One knee down, then the other. We'll take a child's pose to start with. As much space as you want for your knees. Maybe your block is here for your forehead. Take a little rest. Take in some deep breaths and see if you can find a bit of stillness here. It is okay to slow down, even in the busy season of December. It can feel nice to hibernate a little bit, just like the earth and the animals do. And that's okay. We need to recharge. Fantastic. From our child's pose, we'll slowly make our way to a seated position. Take your time to get there. We have maybe 2 more stretches seated, and then we're down on our mat so that we can save time for me to give you a snow meadow visualization today. So let's take one leg out. Let's take your left leg out. You could support this other leg with your block. You've got lots of space, hopefully at home, to feel comfortable. And then we will bring our left hand. So left toes are going to turn up. We're going to reach towards maybe the knee, maybe the shin, toes, or as a way to keep yourself from forward folding, you have your block over here behind your leg and you're reaching that way so that you don't fold, because our goal right now is to side bend, not forward bend. This arm is going to hold our head unless it feels nice to reach, right? But we're gentle today. Chest is open. Find some stillness. See if you can settle into the breath. Beautiful. And then the other side. So take your time. Maybe you have your 2 blocks, or could be using books or pillows. You can prop your knee up like I like to. Right toes are out. I'm going to use this block over here to help me from not coming forward. More of a side bend. So we'll get tall. I'm going to reach my hand there. Then this other arm's gonna go up. And if I were to look up, we don't have our elbow kind of blocking our gaze. It's up. Like you're trying to shine your armpit up towards me. And we'll come on up. One wide leg forward fold. So here's our forward flexion. Toes are turning up. I'm going to use, well, you know what? I'm going to use a chair today for it. I'm going to reach forward and just rest my head here on my chair. Or maybe you've got your hands reaching for your feet. Feel each inhalation like you're lengthening your spine, and each exhalation, just a feeling of letting go, relaxing. Deep cleansing breath. All right, let's help ourselves up. It is time to make your way down onto the mat. So we can guide those knees in. You may move your chair off to the side unless you're going to use it for legs up a wall into your relaxation. Blocks will stay close by. And let's make our way onto our backs. Got a sneaky little core move today for you, which involves your blocks and your bridge. So roll on back. We'll guide our knees into our chest and take a lovely little massage for our lower back. Take all the time you need to adjust your cameras so you can see me, or turn up your volume so you can hear. All right, my sneaky core move today, if you wanted to have a look before you try it, looks like this. So we all know our regular bridge pose that we do. We're going to slide a block underneath, maybe 2 blocks, depending on how high your block is. Our hands can stay by our sides to stabilize us, fists to the sky, and we'll bring one knee in and then the other. Or you play around with lifting yourself up off the block and trying this little march, strengthening our back and our core. Well, they're all connected, right? If it feels yucky, then you put your lumbar spine down, or you skip it all together. So we'll take a rest. If you're with no block, take a rest. And then make your way back up. Slide that block back in. So this time we aren't going to do our sneaky core marching. We're just going to hold our bridge, whatever that means for you. 1 block, no block. I just have the smaller blocks today. Can we breathe? All right, let's press ourselves up and off our blocks. We'll take them out. So let's do that stretch that we did, but now we're lying down. So one leg is going to extend, and you'll bring the opposite knee into your chest. If that does not feel helpful, you could always bend the other knee. We'll turn this one into our twist. So if your leg is not extended, well, you'll let that leg extend. You might bring your knee back up over top of the hip and then guide it across the body to your block. And then reposition the shoulders on the mat. I'll stay there with that twist. I'm just gonna turn the lights down a little bit. And we'll make our way onto our backs. And then the other side, back stretch here. No right or wrong. Try to relax the jaw. And we'll guide that knee. Maybe push it a little bit further away from the body, then draw it over to a block. Finding our twist. Settling in. Our final pose, happy baby. Most of you are very familiar with that. It's a wonderful, simple stretch for our back, our hips. You could rock your baby if you like, or not. So stay there in your happy baby. I'm gonna start to get just set up here to speak to our guided meditation. All right. So finishing off that happy baby, I'll be turning off my video just so I can speak to you. So get settled. You're at home. Feel free to grab your pillows, your blankets, whatever you want. Get all settled in, and I have a little guided snow meditation, snow field meditation. You're never stuck in any position. Take your time to get there. And as you get settled in, start to imagine that you're walking through the countryside on a crisp winter's morning. The sky is a beautiful blue, your favorite shade of blue, in fact, with a golden sun that sheds a brilliant light on the meadow and the surrounding trees. You are wrapped up in a thick, cozy coat, your hands plunged deep in the pockets. You are warm, you are safe. You notice your breath feels warm against your scarf. The chickadee is singing in the trees at the side of the meadow. His song lifts your spirits. Everything around you, the earth, branches, and the leaves are glistening with a sprinkling of frost. And you feel invigorated and at peace, freer than you have felt for a long while. Suddenly, a deep silence and stillness fills the air. And the first snowflakes fall softly on your face. Very soon, the entire landscape and meadow is covered like frosted icing with pure white snow. A deep tranquility and serenity fills everything, everywhere. As you walk, you hear the gentle crunching of your footsteps on the snow. Looking behind, you gaze at your footprints, noticing where your path has led you this far. And then looking ahead at the fresh fallen snow, noticing where your path may lead. You confidently and peacefully take the next step on your path in your journey of life. This path leads you to a cottage with smoke gently curling up from its chimney and squirrels hunting for buried nuts in the cottage garden. You open the gate and walk down the garden path toward the front door. Now becoming more aware of how cold your fingers and toes are The cottage door opens, and you see in front of you the most gentle-natured being you have ever seen. A sense of well-being fills you. Intuitively, you know that this person strives to live in a peaceful and loving way. You are welcomed inside the cottage to warm up beside the fire. Your favorite hot drink awaits you. Beside the open log fire are 2 rocking chairs. You both sit down and in the silence sip the hot drinks, gently rocking back and forth. You sit together like old friends of many years who no longer need to speak, but completely accept and respect one another. As you rock, you notice the rocking is in time with your own breathing. The bright, dancing flames of the fire catch your attention, and as you gaze gently at the flickering brightness of the flames, all your worries are lifted from you, vanishing, just like the smoke being drawn up the chimney. As you sit feeling cozy and warm, you notice a golden glow spreading from within your heart. You sense the goodness of your own heart and know that you have all you need deep within. Breathing deeply, you rest here a while. When you are ready, thanking your companion for the friendship that you have received, and you go back out into the clear, fresh morning. The scene all around you takes your breath away. So beautiful. Pure white snow. With warm and glowing hands back deep in your pockets, you walk back through the meadow, your spirit uplifted, the chickadee's song now echoing the song in your heart. Let this scene fade from your mind and take a few deep breaths before carefully opening your eyes and coming out of your relaxation for the day. Feel free to stay as long as you like. Otherwise, we'll awaken our fingers and our toes. Take as much time as you need to make your way to a seated position or stay lying. I hope that you enjoyed our practice today, and I look forward to seeing you again next week or online. Masicho miigwech. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday, and I will see you online again.